Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout. We're here, Gareth A, Davies. It wouldn't be Fight Week without you around, Gareth.
It would. In reality, it would.
It would,
but it's
not
nice
often.
to be here.
100%. Look, saw you yesterday at the Tyson Fury press conference. We're here for Jaron, Gill, Zelfa Barrett. Start with yesterday, just quickly. What did you make of Tyson's demeanour? You had a chance to sit down with the big man again. What did you make of how he was yesterday?
Spent a lot of time around him yesterday and the whole team, and I was very impressed. Very impressed by how keyed up they are, how focused they are. Because this is an enormous event. It's an enormous event for Tyson Fury in his life and his career, and for all of those around him. It's an enormous payday as well. It's the culmination of a lot of work from the Saudi Arabian investment team, from His Excellency Turki Alalshikh, because I think when they set about this, they were looking at the undisputed heavyweight title fight. Let's dance. So in many ways, it's this is a big moment for Saudi Arabia and Tyson Fury and the crew, but also. Anyway, we'll come to that, but there's a big event 2 weeks later as well out there, which is quite unusual to have two big events so close together. But
Saudi,
it's the way they're doing it. Yeah, so I was very impressed. I think they needed to do it to get us focused on there's this fight 40 days away. So I really enjoyed it.
It's come around quick since the delay with the cut, but what did you make of His Excellency? He phoned in Tyson. You could hear how much he thinks of him. What did you make of that? It was quite surreal, him phoning in and getting put on the speaker.
Look, when you think it was his Eid Mubarak, it was his Christmas day effectively for us, and he obviously had watched the press conference, thought, no, I want to get involved. What came across to me was the enormous passion that he has for what's going on. And the fact, as he said, the catalyst for a lot of this is Tyson Fury. You're a beautiful diamond. You're the most expensive, but you're the figurehead of why I can use you as... Fury is a star. He's very unusual. He's very unique. We'll miss him when he's gone. I know he's got his detractors and he's got his lovers and, the people that love him, the people that don't like him, people that loathe him. But he is box office. He is absolute box office, and he was again yesterday. And again, Turki Alalshikh is box office as well. Yeah. He really is, because there's an unbridled passion about. I had a beautiful moment yesterday. One of his photographers sent me a picture of us shaking hands at Knockout Chaos, and I posted it on Instagram and thanked him for his involvement in boxing, because without him, we wouldn't be getting all these fights right now, and it's jiggling up the whole of boxing. And for those of us who work in the industry, it's an amazing time. It really is.
I don't think many of us thought we'd see this time, but moving away from that, there's obviously a big fight here, but an announcement that came yesterday, Jaron Ennis, one of these superstars who we've been talking about for many years, never quite had the names on the resume to match this superstardom that everyone was talking about, but now Matchroom, big announcement, they're going to look at really pushing him and to giving him that platform he's wanted.
Well, pardon the pun, but fill your boots now. I mean, there's some great matchups to be made with Jaron Ennis. For me, he's really one of the unsung stars of the welterweight division. There's some great matchups you can put him in, even all the way to Terence Crawford. And
that's a great fight.
It really is. I've thought that for a while. I thought that even before Terence Crawford, before the Errol Spence fight. Again, Boots Ennis is a great signing. He's someone you can build a case around to bring over here to fight as well. There's so much you could do with him. It's great.
Let's talk about, obviously, Isaac Chamberlain yesterday. There was the whole thing on Twitter already putting a statement out. I think Boxer and Ben Shalom thought they was having a dig at them, saying that it's another duck, obviously, because he's promoted some of the fights. But Hennessy have come out and said, look, it's down to us, it's down to Isaac. We've decided at the last hour we're going down the European route. What do you make of that and the fallout? Because it's a bit going, I suppose, domestically. We're missing out on seeing Chev Clark versus Isaac, and I think that was a great fight. You think that'll happen?
I think we'll see it eventually. I think the issue that Eddie Hearn has with whether it be Mick Hennessy here or Ben Shalom or Boxer is they left it till the 11th hour to pull him out. So I think maybe, look, promoters are always going to have a go at each other. They're rivals. Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren will be back at it eventually. Well, they might be back at it next week. But they're always going to have a go at each other, and they're always going to be rivals. So I don't know. I think if I was doing it, I would have just said, no, this is the route we're going. We want to have this fight against this one. The belt doesn't matter to us right now. This is the fight we want to make, and we want it on our platform. And that's what's happened. That's what happened with Wardley and Clark. They wanted Clark to fight on the Sky platform, and they were unbudgeable about it. So they pulled him out of the purse bid.
Is that what this comes down to, mainly?
Partly that, yeah. But, I mean, Adam Azim wasn't ready for Dalton Smith, who I think is world level already. So there have been a few cases of this, but just be transparent about it, as simple as that.
Well, let's come on to this fight card. Jordan Gill coming off the back of, many people saw as an upset win over Mick Conlon in Belfast against Zelfa Barrett, who's been touching distance to the top against Rakimov, was there in Abu Dhabi. Fantastic performance, but didn't go his way on the night. This is a really good matchup.
Many of us have felt for a long time that Zelfa Barrett will become a world champion. I've told that to him. I've told him several times, and always had a lot of faith in his ability. Obviously got a knockback was a Rachmanov fight, wasn't it? Yeah, like you say, Shavkat. I think Jordan Gill's a really good test for him. He's a dangerous test as well. Jordan Gill, when he's hurt, is really dangerous. Gill's obviously coming up, but he feels at 29, I think he's at the peak of his powers. I think he's in a great team. Ben Davison, Lee Wiley, Barry Smith are very smart at game plans. I don't think he'll be too reckless against Zelfa. He's got to be careful because Zelfa hits really hard, and he's the weight above naturally. So, it's a really good fight. It wouldn't surprise me if either guy won. I think Zelfa is a level above in terms of what we know, but it wouldn't surprise me if Jordan pulled it off either.
Looking forward to next week, obviously Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, a terrific fight, another one where World of Boxing will have their eyes on it. Are you looking forward to that now it's approaching?
Absolutely. There's a lot of water to pass under the bridge before that. We've got Saturday night's event. We've got Monday, Tuesday press conferences next week. I'm going to Dubai on Wednesday to do a little event in Dubai. Back at the weekend. I'll be out in Dubai when that event's going on. We were going to go to Vegas for it, weren't we? I was supposed to interview Ryan Garcia this week, but it didn't come off. It was on the media day yesterday, and it didn't come off, unfortunately. But
would you have liked to ask him about everything in the build-up?
I was just going to ask him how he was, and I've interviewed him a few times, and I get on really well with him. And I wanted to tell him that I wasn't judging you like a psychoanalyst, because whatever he's going through on his own. And something I said was I'd like to see him around his mum and dad a little bit. And then I saw him on the pads with his dad. Listen, he's maybe going through something, but my argument was maybe staying on the boxing train, a bit going through the camp, was actually better for him than pulling out or getting pulled out because something wasn't right. I still think the fight goes ahead. Yeah, exactly. And I always thought it would. It's a great fight. I think it suits Devin Haney. I think it's really good matchmaking. But Garcia is going to be really dangerous early in the fight.
Looking forward to next week. 5v5, all the announcements, all the unveilings. It's going to be, and Eddie Hearn's just said it up there, it's the best card that he's ever seen. Yeah,
it's going to be brilliant. Obviously, well done, Eddie, not revealing anything. They're trying to hold it up for Monday. It's going to be a great event. I understand all the fighters are going to be there. The Saudi Arabian entourage will all be there as well. His Excellency Turki Alalshikh, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn. Boom. We're looking forward to it.
Gareth A. Davies, appreciate your time as always.
Thank you,
Catch up soon. No